Hey, I'm sure you've heard about the new Ableton Live 12.3 updates. The new features are amazing. I'm a certified trainer. I figured I'd dive in with you and show them off. Let's take a look. I've got this really cool old crazy P-Jam that I just love. It'd be really fun to have just like that drum break or maybe the vocal stabs or something to throw in there. So all I got to do in 12.3 is right click and separate stems to a new audio track. Now I could put this in high speed or high quality mode and I can choose my stems that I want. I want all of them and I'm going to keep it in high speed mode because, well, I'm shooting a video. So I'll hit separate now. It just takes a sec. It cranks through them. It mutes the original clip and now it gives me all the stems in a group. So now I have drums and the pads and vocals. I want to use that sample in my sketch. So look, I'm going to hit stop all clips and just launch this guy. I have that chord stab and the strings now. That's pretty tasty. If you want more high-quality music education in your life, head to slamacademy.com to set up a free account. You'll get immediate access to a free course, community pages, and free downloadable resources, plus an insider view into the Slam Academy membership and all of our live instruction course offerings. Get started at slamacademy.com. Now let's get back into it. Another really great new feature is if I open my browser, I can click down here under my packs on Splice and I can see my whole Splice library and everything I'm looking for. If I click on home, I also have not only a browser to look through everything on Splice, but I have a drag and drop field. I really like that vocal sample and pad, but let's see what else is out there. I can drag it right into that window and it's going to analyze it and give me all sorts of similar results that might be in the same key or BPM, genre, sample, timbre, etc. Let's see what it comes up with. There we go. That's a good one. I'm going to drag this one over and now I have a new sample out of Splice that I can use that's similar to the one I've already found. Nice, huh? So I got all sorts of fun parts I can play with here. So the Splice integration is awesome as well. Now beyond that, I also can do a really fun new function here with bouncing groups in place. So I have a group of all my percussion sounds. Got a little egg shaker, a little other shaker, pan, tambo. I like the way those all sound all together. So now I can tab over to the arrangement view. And if I've got those on the arrangement view, I can click on the group and I can bounce group in place. And what that's going to do is that's going to replace the stems with a singular isolated stem. It's going to do the same on the session view. So now look at this. Now I've got a new percussion loop I just made. Yay! It's almost like the opposite of separating stems. Now you're gluing them all together. Pretty amazing, huh? Simple right click and you've got all your parts broken down and isolated or glued back together and the audio quality is impeccable. Now, let's take a look at this modular recording I made. Put this on with the drums. Let's sidechain that. Okay, now classically you would sidechain it with a compressor, but there's a new device in Ableton, well, an updated device called Auto Pan Tremolo. If I just turn it on and turn it up, it's going to pan it left to right. But if I switch it to tremolo, and then I can clock sync it, then I can adjust the phase alignment. Make it pump like really hard, right? What's neat about this is even if I mute my drums, pumping along, and I even get a shape control. Now the way they expect you to use this for a sidechain is you make it kind of duck like so, and then you just flip the phase. So now I might need to refine that phase alignment just a touch. And I can really make it duck hard. amazing, right? Yeah. So now, say I kind of like that setting, but I want to explore other settings. Another really great feature is I can switch this over to B, and then maybe I'll try a different tremolo setting. You know, maybe I'll do a different, maybe like shape, for instance, for fun. Let's try it's a little bit of a curvy sign, and I'm going to adjust this. Let's see, we got to put it in sync mode. Yeah, or what if we put it on a dotted eighth note? That'd be fun. Yeah. That's almost a little more in sync with the pattern, right? So now I have two different settings I can switch between. I can use the hotkey P to flip them. So other little fun nuggets that aren't exactly new to 12.3 but that are worth noting is we have this wonderful SQ sequencer. This is how I made the bass line. You notice there's no clips on there. And look at my drum beat. What's great about this is if you look at the push now, this device called Rhythmic Steps shows up here. I can navigate all of the steps or all the locations for each individual sound. This is my clap, this is my hi-hat, this is my kick. I can go here and mute my kick drums. Go to the second page. Nice, huh? Yeah, Rhythmic Steps integrated is awesome. There's also some new library stuff, speaking of new devices. There's new drum racks. So if you click on drums, you're going to see a whole bunch of new drum kits in here that are really, really great. And in addition to that, there's also new templates that come with the factory library. So there's all sorts of great new factory content as well as Max for Live devices. Really exciting stuff. One other really great device that you don't want to sleep on in the Max for Live custom sequencers and instruments category is called Expressive Chords. It's a MIDI effect that will turn your whole push into a single button press complex chord generator. Really great for generating new harmonies and stuff. Let's play around with that really quick. So I can take expressive chords and maybe some sort of polyphonic instrument. I'll go to my wavetable and maybe turn this down a little bit. Let's play around with this. Now notice, look at my push now with expressive chords. Every single one of these individual buttons is going to be a chord. Let's wave that up a little bit. Nice, huh? You can customize the articulation and all the modulation. You can also just see a keyboard that'll show you which chords you're playing. You can even strum them. You can even import your own custom chords into it to create your own chromatic view here. Now, you get controls across the top for different modulation and articulation if you want to play around with that. It's quite a bit of fun. Expressive Chords, another wonderful toolkit that has made making music even more fun and easy with Ableton 12.3. Pretty wicked, eh? Now, on the note of the push, we're going to have a whole separate video that's just going to be focusing on new push techniques, including the XYZ mapping, the new rhythmic generator, which takes advantage of MIDI tools inside of MIDI clips for automatically generating rhythms and drum beats and stuff, as well as touch-sensitive step editing, which is really, really sick. You can go to different layouts now on the Push 3, and we're excited to show that off too. So stay tuned to our channel, subscribe down below, and you will get that update as soon as we crank that puppy out. So this is James Patrick at Slam Academy, one of the first Ableton certified trainers in the world, and excited to work with you. Hit us up at Slam anytime. So all the best. Thanks for watching. Slam Academy is proud to provide industry-leading expert education to help you reach your musical goals. We provide an engaging and high-quality experience that is custom designed to help you get to the next level, with resources for every stage of the music production process. Head to slamacademy.com to claim your free sample course today.